Find the intervals in which the function given by f of x is equal to function is defined, increasing or decreasing. So this is the example of increasing and decreasing function. So f of x is 4 sine x 2x minus x cos x divided by 2 plus cos x. So 4 sine x, x we can take common, 2 plus cos x. Now separate the denominator. 4 sine x by 2 plus cos x and minus x into 2 plus cos x divided by 2 plus cos x. Why? Because this bracket will go. That means f of x is 4 sine x by 2 plus cos x minus x only. Now next step is what? Differentiate. So f dash of x we should find. So for this one, for this expression we can use quotient rule. So denominator same, derivative of numerator. So 4 cos x I am directly writing minus numerator same, derivative of the denominator. So 2 derivative of 2 will be 0, derivative of cos will be minus sine. Divide by denominator square and then minus derivative of x is 1. So f dash of x is what? 4 cos x into 2 will be 8 cos x plus 4 cos square x. Here minus minus plus 4 sine square x divide by 2 plus cos x whole square and minus 1. F dash of x we got as 8 cos x plus 4 sine square x plus 4 cos square x divided by 2 plus cos x whole square minus 1. From these two terms we can take 4 common. So 4 common sine square x plus cos square x. So this will be 1 identity, and cross multiplication also we can do. 8 cos x plus 4 divide by 2 plus cos x whole square minus 1. Now cross multiplication. For this value will be 1. So 8 cos x plus 4 minus 2 plus cos x whole square divided by 2 plus cos x whole square. Now for this we can open using identity. So 2 square means 4 plus 4 cos x 2ab then cos square x divide by 2 plus cos x whole square. So f dash of x will be 8 cos x plus 4 minus, from minus we can open the bracket, 4 minus 4 cos x minus cos square x. So plus 4 minus 4 will go, and this 8 cos x and 4 cos x we can subtract. So 4 cos x will remain, okay, and minus cos square x 2 plus cos x whole square. Cos x also we can take common, 4 minus cos x divided by 2 plus cos x whole square. Now we'll put f dash of x 0. So that is cos x 4 minus cos x divided by 2 plus cos x whole square equal to 0. So this denominator will go. So cos x equal to 0 or 4 minus cos x equal to 0. So cos x equal to 0 or cos x equal to 4. So this is not possible. Okay, cos x value cannot be equal to 4. So we will write not possible. Now cos x equal to 0. So cos x equal to 0, that implies x will be pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, isn't it? That means these two critical points, these two critical value divides the line into minus infinity. This will be pi by 2. This will be 3 pi by 2. This will be plus infinity. Okay. So in these three interval, from 0 to pi by 2 we should consider actually. 0 to 2 pi we are considering. No? So 0 to 2 pi. And here this is 2 pi. Okay, so these three intervals it is dividing. Now we will check in each interval what will happen to f dash of x. What will be the nature of f dash of x? F dash of x we got here cos x, 4 minus cos x and divide by 2 plus cos x whole square. Now denominator is bracket square. So it will be positive for any value of x, isn't it? Because square of any number will be positive. So this will be positive. What about this bracket? This bracket also will be positive because 4 minus cos x. Cos x value cannot be equal to 4. Okay, it will be less than 4 only. We know the maximum value of cos function, isn't it? So this bracket is also positive. This bracket is also positive. That means we are concerned about the cos x function only in the interval 0 to pi by 2, pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. So here we will write intervals, then sine of f dash of x and nature of f of x. Okay, so first one is x greater than 0, okay, these three interval. Now this is what first quadrant. So in first quadrant, see, now we are only concerned about the cos x function. Okay, so in first quadrant cos x function is positive. So what we can say, sine of f dash of x will be positive. Okay, pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, pi by 2 to pi and pi to 3 pi by 2 means second and third quadrant. In second and third quadrant, both the quadrant cos x will be negative. So from pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, sine of f dash of x will be negative. And 3 pi by 2, 2 pi means fourth quadrant. So in fourth quadrant cos x is positive. So this function will be positive. So sine f dash of x is positive means f nature of f of x will be increasing. So function is increasing. Function is decreasing. And here function is increasing. So at the last in statement form also you can write in this so and so interval function is increasing and in one interval function is decreasing. Find the intervals in which the function given by f of x equals to x cube plus 1 by x cube, x is not equal to 0, is increasing and decreasing. So function is x cube plus 1 by x cube. So differentiate with respect to x. So f dash of x will be 3x square and here minus 3 by x power 4. Derivative of 1 by x cube. So derivative of 1 by x cube means x power minus 3. Okay, so power rule, power will come in front, then 1 less in power. So minus 3 x power minus 4. So minus 3 by x power 4. That's what I wrote here, 3 minus 3 by x power 4. Okay. Now we can cross multiply this 3x power 6 minus 3 by x raised to 4. 3 times x power 6 minus 1 x power 4. Now next step is f dash of x equal to 0. So 3 times x power 6 minus 1 by x power 4 equal to 0. So this 3 and x power 4 will go here, isn't it? So x power 6 minus 1 equal to 0. X power 6 equal to 1. So x will be plus minus 1. So x value minus 1 and plus 1 divides the real line into 3 intervals. 1 will be minus infinity to minus 1, minus 1 to 1, and 1 to infinity. And f dash of x we got here 3 x power 6 minus 1 divided by x power 4. Now 3 is positive number, x power 4 is positive number, so these two will be positive. So we are concerned about this expression now. Okay, so if we select any number from this interval, minus 2 suppose, so minus 2 power 6 will be positive power. Okay, suppose f of x value, don't write this, suppose x value minus 2. So minus 2 power 6 will be positive value. Okay, and it will be greater than 1, no doubt. So this bracket will be positive. Okay, so f dash of x will be positive. Now consider any number from this interval, suppose 0. So if we substitute x equal to 0 here, or don't substitute 0 because in denominator x is raised to power 4 and in condition also x is not equal to 0. Any other number we can substitute, suppose 0.1. Okay, so 0.1 will be positive. X power 0.1 power 6 will be positive number. Okay, but it will be less than 1. So subtraction will give negative value. So x power 6 minus 1 will be negative, isn't it? That means f dash of x will be negative. So here function will be derivative f dash of x will be negative, here positive. And here we can check any by taking any number, suppose x equal to 2 here. So it will be positive only because 2 power 6 will be greater than 1 and subtraction will give positive. So f dash of x will be positive. Okay, so we can write this in a tabular form. Intervals, sign of f dash of x and nature of f of x. So when minus infinity to x belongs to minus infinity to minus 1, minus 1 to 1, and 1 to infinity. So sign is positive, here negative, here positive. So function is increasing, function is decreasing, function is increasing. So in first part of the question, function is increasing in which of the interval? So we can write minus infinity to minus 1 and 1 to infinity. And for the second part, in which all interval it is decreasing, so we can write minus 1 to 1. Find the maximum area of an isosceles triangle, maximum area of triangle, isosceles, inscribed in the ellipse with its vertex at one end of the major axis. So here this problem we can solve by using the general equation, this one, or by parametric form. Okay, so I'll prefer parametric form of equation. We'll draw one ellipse here. Okay, this is measure axis, a comma 0. This is 0 comma b minus a comma 0. So vertex at one end of the measure axis. So vertex of the isosceles triangle. So suppose this a comma 0 is one of the vertex. Okay, suppose p q r one triangle. Okay, now we know what is parametric form of equation of ellipse. X equal to a cos theta and y equal to b sin theta. That means all the points which belongs to the ellipse that are of the form a cos theta and b sin theta. That means q will be of the form a cos theta and b sin theta. And r will be a cos theta, and since it is in fourth quadrant, so y coordinate will be negative, so minus b sin theta. Okay, now this length will be from here, this is origin, so from here to here length will be a. Okay, and this point, suppose okay, this is perpendicular, so this pm can be the height of the triangle. So in triangle pqr, pm is height and qr is base. Okay, so we can find the area by the formula half into base into height, but before that we should know what is length of the base and what is the length of the height. Now from here to here, if you suppose this length, this is origin o, om will be what, since this is perpendicular. Okay, so a cos theta, x coordinate of this point will be a cos theta, that means this distance is a cos theta. Okay, and qm will be b sin theta. If qm is b sin theta, qr will be what, b sin theta, because here also, from here to here also distance is b sin theta. Okay, so we can write here qr length is 2b sin theta, b sin theta plus b sin theta, 2b sin theta, and pm, that is height, will be what, that a minus a cos theta, a minus a cos theta. Okay, this is OP, this length is A, okay, and OM is A cos theta. We should find this PM, no? So it will be A minus A cos theta. Okay, so now we'll apply the formula. Area, let A denotes the area of triangle PQR. Okay, so A will be half PM into QR, but PM is what, a minus a cos theta, and QR is 2b sin theta. 2 will go here. A we can take common, so AB, and sin theta we can multiply inside the bracket, sin theta minus sin theta cos theta. Why? Now here this is sin theta cos theta. If you multiply this with 2, this will become sin 2 theta formula. So throughout will multiply and divide by 2. So AB by 2 and 2 sin theta minus 2 sin theta cos theta. So AB by 2, 2 sin theta minus sin 2 theta. This is our A. area we got as AB by 2 sine theta minus sine 2 theta. Now differentiate with respect to theta. So dA by d theta is AB by 2 is coefficient. Derivative of sine theta is cos theta. Here derivative of sine 2 theta is 2 cos 2 theta. Because derivative of sine 2 theta is cos 2 theta, then derivative of 2 theta is a composite function. Okay, so now we can take 2 common. Already AB by 2 is outside. 2 will go. So dA by d theta is AB cos theta minus cos 2 theta. Now next step is put dA by d theta as 0. So AB into cos theta minus cos 2 theta is 0. So cos theta minus cos 2 theta equal to 0. So we got here cos theta is equal to cos 2 theta. This can be written as cos 2 pi minus 2 theta, isn't it? Both are equal. That means here two values will get theta equal to 2 theta or theta equal to 2 pi minus 2 theta, isn't it? So theta equal to 2 theta means theta equal to 0, or here theta plus 2 theta equal to 2 pi, theta equal to 0, or 3 theta equal to 2 pi, that is theta equal to 2 pi by 3. So theta equal to 0 is not possible. Not possible. Therefore, theta equals to 2 pi by 3 or 120 degree. This is the critical point. Okay. Now, we should find double order derivative. Then at this theta, we'll check the value whether it is positive or negative. So now this expression we should differentiate again. So AB is coefficient. Derivative of cos theta is minus sine theta. Derivative of cos 2 theta will be, minus is already there, and derivative will be minus, so it will become plus 2 sine 2 theta. Okay. Now at theta equal to 2 pi by 3, we'll check this value. So at theta equals to 2 pi by 3, we'll check d square a by d theta square value. So we have AB minus sine 2 pi by 3 plus 2 sine 2 theta is there. So 2 into 2 means 4 pi by 3 will come. Okay. So AB minus sine 2 pi by 3. Sine 2 pi by 3 means sine 120. Okay. So we can write sine 90 plus 30, which is cos 30. So cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 2 plus 2 sine 4 pi by 3 means sine 240, isn't it? So 240 we can write 180 plus 60. So this will give 180 plus 60 means minus sine 60, that is minus root 3 by 2. So 4 pi by 3 we can write minus root 3 by 2, which is minus 3 root 3 by 2, which is negative. So we can write here, therefore area will be maximum at theta is equal to 2 pi by 3 or 120. Okay. Now we have to find the maximum area also. So we know area, for area we got one expression which is AB by 2 sine theta minus sine 2 theta. Okay. So now theta value 2 pi by 3 will substitute here. So this will be 4 pi by 3. So AB by 2. Now sine 2 pi by 3, just now we saw it's root 3 by 2. and sine 4 pi by 3 is minus root 3 by 2. Minus is already there, so plus root 3 by 2. So this will give 3 root 3 by 2. So 3 root 3 AB by 4 is the maximum area of the isosceles triangle. A tank with rectangular base and rectangular sides open at the top is to be constructed so that its depth is 2 meter. Depth means height, we can say, है ना? So here suppose this box is made. So this is rectangular base open at the top. Height is 2 meter. Depth is 2 meter. Volume is 8 meter cube. So if building of tank cost 70 rupees per square meter for the base and 45 rupees per square meter for the sides, what is the cost of least expensive tank? So now here what we will do, only height is given, है ना? Depth means here height of the box. So suppose this is x and this is y. Length of the box, let length of the box is x meter, breadth of the box is y meter, and depth is given as 2 meter. Okay, so volume is 8 meter cube. Volume of cuboid, since it is cuboidal in shape, so volume of the box will be what? L into B into H, isn't it? This is given 8. L is x, B is y, and H is 2. So we'll get xy is equal to 4 or y is equal to 4 by x. Okay, this is the relation between length and breadth, y equal to 4 by x. Now, cost of least expensive means cost should be minimum. Okay, total cost should be minimum. So our function is this cost. Volume is given, this is given thing, and one more thing is given. Building of tank cost 70 rupees per square meter for the base. Now, what will be the area of the base here? Base is x, rectangular in shape with dimension x and y. Okay, area of the base will be xy. Okay, cost for per square meter for base is given 70 rupees. So for this much square meter, total cost for the base will be 70xy, isn't it? And what is given next? Cost for the walls per square meter is 45. Now we have 4 walls. This is x, this is y, this is 2. So this one, what will be the area of this wall? 2 into x. Same wall, opposite parallel will be like this one with the area 2x. Okay, so 2x plus 2x. And one wall with the dimension y and 2. 2 into y. Same wall will be this side. Okay, so total 4 walls will be there, in which these two parallel walls will be equal, these two parallel walls will be equal. Okay, so we can write this is given 45 rupees for the cost for the wall is given. Area of the walls we can find. Area of the walls will be 4x plus 4y, isn't it? Because uh, this area 2 into x plus this area plus this area plus this area. So this is not the perimeter, this is area, but area of the four walls. So 2 into x plus 2 into x plus 2 into y plus 2 into y will give this. After simplification, 4x plus 4y. Then total cost for the walls will be what? This into this, 45 into 4x plus 4y. Okay. So therefore, let C denotes the cost, total cost. So C will be cost for the walls plus cost for the base, total cost. Okay, so 70 xy, and this one will be 45 times 4x plus 4y. So 70 xy, 180x plus 180y. So C is 180x plus 180y plus 70xy. But we know the relation y and x. Y is 4 by x. So here we can write y as 4 by x. So we'll get 180x plus 180. Y is 4 by x. 4 by x. Two 80 x. X will go. Okay. Here x will go. So now differentiate with respect to x. dc by dx will be, here 180 will come, derivative of x will be 1. Here 720 into minus 1 720 by x square. Okay, derivative of 1 by x will be minus 1 by x square, and here this is constant, so derivative of 280 will be 0. So dc by dx will be 180 minus 720 by x square we can write. Now next step is what? Put dc by dx as 0. So 180 minus 720 by x square equal to 0. So 180 equal to 720 by x square. That means 720 by 180 we can write. Okay. So this will give 4. Okay. So x square equal to 4. So x will be plus minus 2 we can write. Okay, but x is what? Length. So it cannot be negative. So we should write here x equal to minus 2, not possible. Length cannot be negative. We can write. So x equal to plus 2, we got 1 point here. So dc by dx is 180 minus 720 by x square. So we'll find again derivative d square c by dx square will be, this time this will give 0. So minus 720 is coefficient. Derivative of 1 by x square will be minus 2 by x cube. So this will give 1440 by x cube. Okay. So at x equal to 2, it will be 2 cube, means 1440 by, this is 2 cube, 8. It will be positive only. Okay. Therefore, we can write cost is minimum at x equal to 2. So now that minimum cost we should find here. So we will write C we got as 180x plus 180y plus 70xy. Okay, so x is 2, so y will be what? Y, we know y is 4 by x. So 4 by 2 means 2. Y value will be 2. So these two we will substitute here. So 180 into 2, 180 into 2 plus 70 into 4. So 360 plus 360, 280. So 720 plus 280 will give 1000. So this is the minimum cost. Sum of the perimeter of circle and square is k. Sum of the perimeter of circle and square is k. K is some constant. Okay. Proof that sum of their area is least. So this is our function. Least means minimum we should show. Okay. This is given. And sum of the area is our function. When the side of square is double the radius of the circle. This is the condition we should show. Side of the square is double the radius of the circle. So here we will suppose let R be the radius of the circle and X be the side of the square. So given is what? Sum of perimeter of circle and square is K. So according to question, perimeter of circle means 2 pi r plus perimeter of square is 4x. This is given as K. Sum of perimeter of circle and perimeter of square is K. So from this is in R and X form. Okay, so we'll try to retrieve one variable from this. So we can write 4x as K minus 2 pi R. So X we can write in the form of R, 2 pi R by 4. Okay, now this is our function, sum of their area. So write let A denotes the area or sum of area. So A will be pi r square plus x square. Okay, area of circle plus area of square. It should be least, so that means we should differentiate this, then that differentiation will put as 0 to get the points and then second order derivative. Before that, this should be in one variable case. So here we got one relation. This x value will substitute here. X square. So we have x as k minus 2 pi r by 4 square. So we can write pi r square plus this 4 we can write 1 by 16 k minus 2 pi r whole square. Now differentiate with respect to r. Since it is in one variable form only, r variable is there. So dA by dr will be, this will give 2 pi r plus 1 by 16. For this power rule also we can apply 2k minus 2 pi r. Then derivative of this bracket, k is constant 0 minus 2 pi is coefficient and derivative of r is 1. So finally dA by dr will get here 2 pi r, minus will come, then this 2, from 2 we can cancel this, 4 minus 1 by 4 will come, and pi is also there, pi is there, and k minus 2 pi r. So dA by dr is 2 pi r minus pi by 4 k minus 2 pi r. Put dA by dr as 0. So 2 pi r minus pi by 4 k minus 2 pi r equal to 0. So 2 pi r equal to pi by 4 k minus 2 pi r. So this we can write here 8 pi r. Pi actually will get cancelled. Okay. So 8r we can write and k minus 2 pi r. So 8r plus 2 pi r equal to k. R we can take common. So R value will be k by 8 plus 2 pi. Now we'll differentiate again. This expression we should differentiate. So d square a by d r square. So 2 pi is coefficient. Derivative of r is 1. Here minus pi by 4 is coefficient. Then derivative of k will be 0 minus 2 pi and derivative of r will be 1. So 2 pi, this minus minus plus, this 2 will be cancelled with 2. So 2 pi plus pi square by 2. So this is irrespective of r, okay, and constant value and positive value. So we can write it is positive. Therefore, area will be minimum at this value r equal to k by 8 plus 2 pi. Okay. Now what we have to show? We have to show that side of a square is double the radius of the circle. So from this expression k value we can write. Okay. This is the k value. This we can use directly in the expression which is related with the side also. So we have one relation, x is what? K minus 2 pi r by 4. This k value we can write here. So k is 8r plus 2 pi r minus 2 pi r divided by 4. 2 pi r cancel. So x is 8r by 4, that is 2r. Okay. So x is what? Side of the square. R is radius of circle. So here we proved that side of the square is double the radius of the circle.